Do you have something better? Do you have something better than to be chasing your dream? Do you have something better than to be going after your vision? Do you have something better to do than to align yourself with your values and live according to them? You have something better to do than to get after your goals? Travis Soderwell, it's Pure Sound Daily Business. We talk about the process of the mind and how your thoughts create your reality. And is there something for you better to be doing right now? Man, I'm not the only podcast in the world to listen to, but it's, do you have something better to do than be listening to someone that's supporting your dream, that's supporting you, letting you know you have infinite creativity, every right to freedom, every right to self-determination, and you got to take action. You got to be serious about your life, about having habitual joy and happiness. And are you serious about it? Or do you have something better to do? That shows us how serious we are. I'm not 100. I struggle. However, I have taken steps closer and closer and closer. That's the thing. If you're at 0 high value activities per day, what are you doing that's so much more important than taking the time to build your future? To build the future of your family. It can be either or. My vision for my family is absolutely tied in to my personal vision and what I see for the future. So for me, it really comes down to my vision and my values and how those come together and what I bring forth into the world to make it happen. Now, I got minimum just 5 high value activities just personally, just kind of keep me going. But when I finally decided to do something bigger, mainly be industrious, start a business, be an entrepreneur, there needed to be more activity. It wasn't just the personal things that was keeping me afloat, that was keeping me growing. I did develop skill, continue to have new ideas. These new ideas went into new experiences. But again, this was personal as an individual, privately, what I'm building up. So when it came to bringing forth my interests and testing out the marketplace, it is a test. Everything I know, everything I use for me isn't valuable for everyone else. And especially when we're talking about the market, we're talking about, is it monetizable? Yeah, you can monetize anything. However, is it monetizable enough? Can you get enough money to support the lifestyle you want to live? To support yourself and your family? And that's where the real question comes. Is there something better? Is it better for me to continue to look into, say, one of my passions is esoteric sciences, the occult, religion. Now, great interest in that. Always have. Now, it's come around to, it's part of my business, coaching people on how to uplift themselves and tapping into their higher self, their spiritual self. But again, this is part of it. Now, I ain't a preacher. I ain't any of that. I'm not preaching, quote unquote, religion, at least how it's perceived in this day and age. I ain't talking the new age stuff. That's what it was called when I was younger. Tap into your higher self. I'm teaching a very specific thing that's related to a whole bunch of other parts. It ain't just feel good. It ain't just tapping into yourself. It's tapping into yourself, getting purpose to find you, using your conscious purpose to move you forward and do something, make achievements. Again, do something in the world. Create a life for yourself. Create a life for others around you. Not just feel good. Not just gain knowledge. Gain knowledge and initiate. Take action. So this is where more disciplines had to come together. And I had to ask myself this question multiple times. Is there something better? See, this is the flip of it. Is that when I wasn't doing enough and then something presented itself, I was like, oh, I need to do that. And then I had to ask myself when it came to, do I want to watch Netflix? Do I want to play video games? Is that better? Is that better than chasing my dreams and going after my vision? No. Now is there something better than this particular information right now? Is one activity of a higher value in this moment than another activity? Absolutely. For instance, the most direct thing is we're looking to bring in increased revenue in the business. So the highest value activity for that is engaging with leads, reaching out to people, connecting with people, giving them value, and leading them to working with us. Shout outs. You want to know how your thoughts create your reality? Get at us. Got coaching programs, courses that we can not only give you the knowledge of understanding this process of how we create our reality, but also get into action and have clear steps on moving forward. So there it is. Offer to go deeper. If you're ready to go deeper, that's what it is. That's more of a high value activity than continuing to study on something that's people aren't ready for. It isn't a direct connection to where people are at and what they need. So this is where other decisions need to be made. What's priority in this moment? Now, even if we're talking about just in our lives, man, our family. Do we need to connect with our significant others? Do we need to connect with our children? Do we need to connect with ourselves? Is that the highest value of our time right now? And these are adult decisions we have to make day in, day out, moment to moment. A lot of it can be scripted. As days come in and out, say if you highly emotional and every day is such a big, I don't know, I wake up, I don't feel good. Well, that's where you need to start. It's tapping into why that is for you. Why you quote unquote all over the place. Just may not touch on it here in this podcast. I'm really looking for people that are in that midlife and ready for the transition, ready for the transformation. Ready to get the information and make moves. Well, we do touch on that. So are we talking about your brain's owner's manual? If you're a little too into your emotions, and I say the way is through, probably need to go deeper into it. Deeper into why you feel that way. What is it that you're not tapping into? Have you given yourself permission? Is this a value piece? You're waking up every day all over the place because you're not truly living according to your values. You're waking up every day feeling all over the place because you're not truly living according to your principles. break that down a little bit. Values, how you feel, who you are as an individual, the principles, more of how everything connects and fits together logically. This is what it is, therefore this is who I am. It's kind of the opposite other way. This is who I am. This is my authentic self. This is what it is. Now, those can be some areas. It's where we get into psychological type. And my whole demonstration is we usually haven't given ourselves enough permission to do what we need to do. So it's again, if you're in that place, is there something better that you need to do? And you may need to go within yourself. That's a classic demo of introverts kind of used to staying within ourselves, and then we're not making any moves outside of ourselves. Right? Analysis paralysis. Oh, let me just think more. Let me feel more. Let me make more connections to where it's time to take action. And then that action, these experiences we have, then we bring them back within ourselves and say, okay, does this align with myself? Is this what I thought it was? Instead of just being comfortable with, yeah, this is what I think it is, without any testing, without any action, without any experience, without living life. There's on the other side, living all the life, interacting with people, but you never look within yourself. You avoid looking within yourself. You're always in the other people. You're always in the experiencing something. You're always in the listening, in the watching, the pings. You know, this can just be straight up social media addiction. It can also be you running from yourself. This is hard. Got to take the time, go within yourself. Where are you at? Where do you want to be? Again, is this truly who you are? Does it align with your values? Does it align with your principles? Do you have something better to do than to be chasing your dreams? Such an opportunistic time we're living in with the internet, that either just for yourself as an individual to live the fullest life you have, connect with other people, there is opportunity out here. We're looking to build a community of individuals that are of like mind, that really want to do something for themselves, for their family, for their community, for this nation. And there's nothing better to do than that. And if that's what your thought is, that aligns with who you are, your values, and that aligns with your principles, get at us. Travis Sotawell, it's Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace.